terms of trade shift against you. And the Asians realized this, and they said, no, we will go to a free market, but we are going to build an industrial base where you have improved productivity of factors, you have economies of scale before you compete. You tell me it's a free world, you tell me free trade, level playing field. The example I always give is you take your under-16 Nigerian team and place them in a football match with the English national team. It's a level playing field. The rules are the same. Who's going to win? Can your under-16s ever compete against these adults from England? You expose your industries to competition from China and you say it's a level playing field. It's not level. Okay? At the end of the day, in another 10 years, everybody in that generation has gone into retirement. So we spent our time talking about our leaders. You know, you get so used to complaining about your leaders, you don't realize that you are the leader. And what I tell my generation is, who are these leaders? Is it these 70-year-old, 80-year-old people who are sitting down and looking for consensus candidates? They are not in office. We are the ones in office. You're governor of central bank, you are minister, you are bank MD, you are governor, and you are saying leaders. Leaders of who? You have been given responsibility to lead people, and you are abdicating it and calling other leaders. So, comrade, honorable minister, Emir Sanusi, bank MDs, if Nigeria is not fixed, it is not the fault of our leaders, it is our fault. And you know, look around you. Ghana has fixed its problems. Botswana has fixed its problems. Ethiopia, the Ethiopian economy this year or last year grew by over 11%. Ethiopia, which just came out of war, will be generating 4,000 megawatts of electricity by next year, more than Nigeria is generating. Togo. No, seriously. Togo, do you know that Togo is self-sufficient in electricity and has enough to export? Togo. You know, so we can all sit and talk about Nigeria being the giant of Africa. You know, in my days of jumping across the wall in Igboshere, I learned the word Agbaya very early. You know, you can be. Then say you are big. You can be a giant, but you can also be a big for nothing. So we need to tell ourselves the truth. And you know, the problem with this country is that these vested interests that you talk about, the people, first of all, they're very unintelligent. If you look at them crooks, they're not intelligent. Okay? They have only two weapons at their disposal. They will try to bribe you, or they try to frighten you. If you don't want their money, and if you're not afraid of them, we can basically just literally gather all of them. I've said this before. You can literally gather all of them, hold them by the neck and break the neck, and nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. They will frighten you. Hey, you want to remove this person? Do you know what you are getting into? I said, well, I'm here. Said, you can't, we remove them. You can't try them, we try them. You can't jail them, we jail them. You can't take their assets, we took their assets. And they are a minority. When we were going to school, many of them, we didn't even see them in school. Do you remember, how many of you remember them in school? And if you remember them, what were they doing then? So, we can't complain about Nigeria. For too long, we have allowed the worst character in this country to define us. And we keep complaining when we go out that we're seen as thieves, we're seen as crooks, we're seen as 419. Why won't you? When we sit down here and everybody is in the comfort of his house, you have your nice house, all of you here, you don't need to go into any revolution. We've got our houses, we've got our cars. Comrade says, I do need a job. It is true, I do need the job. You can educate your children anywhere. And we sit in the comfort zone. But you know what will happen? Those children that you're educating will come and be working as employees of those people. And they will be taught values different from the values that you taught your children. And one day, the children of the 120 million Nigerians who did not have that education will see your children on the road, burn their cars and their houses and kill them for no crime other than that they had privileges that they did not have. We have to build a society that offers options to people. And it's not going to be done by the governor of the central bank or by the minister of foreign affairs or by Aliko Dangote. It's got to be done by each and every one of us. And it's not going to be done in an easy way. Sometimes you may have to shed blood. Literally or metaphorically. And that blood may be our blood though. I'm not saying shed other people's blood. It can be your blood. But look at the history of every country that had changed. We are the only country that wants to improve its life without struggle. Is it the Meiji Restoration in Japan? Or the revolution led by Cromwell in the UK? Or the United States Civil War? Or the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia? Which change, which country has transformed itself without physically, intellectually, and morally taking on the small group of extremely powerful interests that have held the majority to ransom? Some of us will be fighting in government. We need allies in civil society. I said it before, within government there has to be a civil war. Not arms, but people in government who believe that things must change have to be able to stand up to those who do not think things should change, and have that fight. This war has to be fought within us, within our class, the elite. And somebody will win. I don't know who will win, but I know that those of us who stand on the truth will not lose. Thank you.